All this stuff is a distraction that's happening. Just a distraction from the devil. Here we go. Let's see. Wait, it's setting. So it says, he who gossips reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing hidden. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 13. Avoid meddling in others' private affairs. A lot of that stuff goes on around here. That's why I keep to myself. The Lord will keep you from all evil. He will keep your life. The Lord will keep your going out and your coming in from this time on and furthermore. Psalms chapter 12, 121, verse 7, verse 8. Trust God to care for others instead of interfering yourself. And judge not that you may be judged. Matthew chapter 7, verse 1. Focus on your own spiritual growth and obedience rather than judging others. Each one should test their own actions. Then they can take pride in themselves alone without comparing themselves to someone else. Galatians chapter 6, verse 4. Evaluate your own life and responsibilities instead of others. He who tends the fig tree will eat its fruit. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 18. Put your energy in cultivating what God has given you charge over rather than gossip, idle gossip. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 27. Be diligently engaging in caring for your own household's needs. The overall message is to avoid meddling or gossiping about what doesn't concern you. Trust in God to care for others while keeping your heart and hands full with your own God-given duties and growth. I just been so freaking distracted with all this craziness that's happening. I haven't been even freaking reading. And that's the thing around here, like, if you choose not to talk to anybody, right, you don't want to associate with anybody, you're just this kind of person, like, you just like to stay to yourself. You're very, very introverted. You're not being antisocial or being ignorant to anybody, you just don't want to talk to anybody. And that's your giving right. But when you go, like, further and trying to, like, stalk people, that's coming, like, going out of hand, you know? Like stalking and predating in other people's business. And I don't got time to be doing stuff like that. Be watching who comes in somebody's house and going out of somebody's house just to go tattletale, police them, you know? And that's what some of these people do around here. That's why I don't associate with them. I'd rather keep to myself. That's how I've always been. I don't think that's going to change. And I shouldn't have people following me when I go outside, because that's freaking weird.
Psalm 10. O Lord, why do you stand so far away? Why do you hide when I am in trouble? The wicked arrogantly hunt down the poor. Let them be caught in the evil they plan for others. For they brag about their evil desires. They praise the greedy and curse the Lord. The wicked are too proud to seek God. They seem to think that God is dead, yet they succeed in everything they do. They do not see your punishment awaiting them. They sneer at all their enemies. They think nothing bad will ever happen to us. We will be free of trouble forever. Their mouths are full of cursing. lies, and threats. Trouble and evil are on the tips of their tongues. They lurk in ambush in the villages, waiting to murder innocent people. They are always searching for helpless victims. Like lions crouched in hiding, they wait to pounce on the helpless. Like hunters, they capture the helpless and drag them away in nets. Their helpless victims are crushed. They fall beneath the strength of the wicked. The wicked think God isn't watching us. He has closed his eyes and won't even see what we do. Arise, O Lord, punish the wicked, O God. Do not ignore the helpless. Why do the wicked get away with despising God? They think God will never call us to account, but you see the trouble and grief they cause. You take note of it and punish them. The helpless put their trust in you. You defend the orphans. Break the arms of these wicked, evil people. Go after them until the last one is destroyed. The Lord is king forever and ever. The godless nations will vanish from the land. Lord, you know the hopes of the helpless. Surely you will hear their cries and comfort them. You will bring justice to the orphans and the oppressed, so mere people can no longer terrify them.
Okay, that was Psalms chapter 10. I have to make a phone call after this. So it says, let's explore Psalms chapter 10. Psalms chapter 10, verse 1. Why, O Lord, do you stand far away? Why do you hide yourself in times of trouble? In this verse, the Psalms expresses a heartfelt cry to God, questioning why he seems distant and hidden during times of trouble. The Psalms is grappling with the apparent absence of God's intervention in the face of wickedness. This verse teaches us the importance of honest and vulnerable communication with God. It reminds us that it's okay to bring our questions and concerns to Him even when we don't understand His ways. Practically, we can apply this lesson by pouring out our hearts to God, expressing our frustrations and doubts and questions. We should seek His presence and guidance even in times of difficulty, knowing that He is a compassionate and understanding God who welcomes our honest prayers. Psalms chapter 10, verse 14. But you do see, for you know mischief and vexation, that you may take into your hands. To you the helpless commits himself, and you have been the helper of the followers. In this verse, the Psalms acknowledges that despite the appearance of God's absence, and he sees and takes note of the wickedness, mischief, and oppression in the world. The Psalms affirm that God is the ultimate helper of the helpless and the fatherless. This verse reminds us of God, the omniscient, I can't even say that word, the omniscient, and his care for the vulnerable and oppressed. It registers us that even when it seems like God is distant, He is aware of the injustices and the pain we experience. Practically, we can apply this lesson by trusting ourselves and those who are marginalized or need to God's care. We should also be inspired to be His hands and feet in the world. Justice, seeking justice, compassion, and assistance for those who are oppressed or in difficult circumstances. In summary, Psalms chapter 10 teaches us the importance of honest communication with God and reminds us of His awareness of the wickedness and suffering in the world. It encourages us to bring our questions and concerns to Him, trusting in His compassion and justice. May we find solace in knowing that God sees and cares, and may we actively seek to be instruments of His love and justice in the world. I have to continue with Samuel probably tomorrow.